buried, but not dead. James awoke to the suffocating grip of darkness. His mind swam in confusion, grasping for fragments of memory that refused to surface.
What the? Where am I? Where am I?
Help! Somebody! I'm still alive! I'm still alive!
The weight of the air pressed down, thick and unmoving. His fingers twitched, brushing against cold, rough wood. The realization slithered into his mind, slow, dreadful, unavoidable. He was trapped, buried beneath the earth. James fumbles for his phone. 2% battery. He dials frantically. The call abruptly ends. His flashlight flickers, revealing deep scratch marks on the coffin walls.
You have reached the end. And James, you look happily. They did it out here.
No, this isn't real. No, this isn't real.
His own breath rebounded, stale and suffocating. He gasped, his fingers clawing at the wood, nails splintering as he fought against the impossible. He screamed, but the earth swallowed the sound whole. James holds his breath. Then a child's voice whispers, soft, almost playful.
James, you shouldn't have come back. James, you shouldn't have come back.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
James froze, his pulse erratic. The voice, thin, inhuman, crawled from the shadows, slipping into his ears like a cold breath against his skin. The coffin was small, too small for anything else to be here. And yet...
You put me here first, James. Now, it's your turn.
His pulse thundered in his ears. He wasn't alone, but no one was here. No one except him and something else. James suddenly remembers. Flashbacks cut through his mind. Him in a cemetery, digging, burying something, whispers growing louder.
James, you shouldn't have come back. James, you shouldn't have come back.
He turned his head, trembling. The dim glow of his flashlight sputtered, barely illuminating the cramped space. But then he saw it. A hand, pale, lifeless, pressed against his chest, cold fingers, skin like wax, and above him, a face. Wide, hollow eyes stared from the darkness, lips stretched into a too-wide grin, revealing rows of jagged, uneven teeth, slick with something dark. The corners of the mouth twitched as if struggling to hold the unnatural shape, the skin straining against the impossible. And then,
You were never meant to leave.
The walls groaned, shifting. The wood splintered beneath unseen force. James screamed, but no one could hear. The darkness tightened around him, pressed into his skin, into his lungs, into his mind. A group of people arrived to rescue him.
Hold on, James.
Hold on, James.
We're getting you out.
What?
Hold on,
We're
James.
getting you out.
We're getting you out.
Yes. 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 Hurries. Please.
You're never leaving, James.
Suddenly, a hand grabs his ankle. A rotten, grinning face emerges from the darkness. The soil began to trickle in through unseen cracks. A slow burial in the grave he was never meant to escape. The weight of the soil pressed heavier against his chest, crushing the breath from his lungs. Tiny grains slipped into his nostrils, clinging to his damp skin. He tried to move, to fight, but his limbs felt leaden, useless, against the suffocating embrace of the earth. His body convulsed with terror as his lungs fought for air. He pounded against the wood, his voice raw with desperation. A rescue team stands over an open grave. Empty, no body, just claw marks inside the coffin, leading deeper underground.
Where did he go?
And in that final moment, he understood. The grave, the coffin, the whispers. It was never about escaping. He was never buried alive.
You already dead.